It's your boy Marksburg, Slim, coming live from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, this is Coach Beatty Waddell, West Mac High School.
I'm Doug Rashid. I'm a Grammy-nominated record producer.
Hey, I'm LaKoya McClain. I used to be known as Inmate 1570847.
Hey, my name is Lydia. I'm a social injustice activist.
Hey, it's Danielle E. Brown, songwriter and artist, and we're rocking with Grandosiá TV.
Welcome back to another great show on Grandosiá TV, where I have my homie from VA, Demetrious Gray, in the building. Man, we coming to you today. Got a lot of things to talk about. Three main people we talking about today on today's show. You know I got to give you Will Smith. You know we got to talk about Dwayne Haskins and the tragedy that happened over the weekend. With him crossing the highway in Florida, getting hit by a dump truck. Got to talk about all that stuff. And last but not least, Russell Wilson. Why can he not get enough credit for what he do? They call him a cornball. They call him whack. They say he the rebound to Future with Sierra. But man, with all that being said, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit the notification bell so when we go live, you get all the up-to-date videos so you can stay in tune with Grandosiá TV. Demetrious, what you been up to, man?
Living, man. Just enjoying life, man. And, Dreamville Fest, thank you, North Carolina. Oh, my God, I had so much fun. Me and my wife and my friends, my cousin, man. So much fun, man. North Carolina's been nothing but love, man.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, since you say North Carolina, let's talk about the kid that's from VA, where you're from, who moved to Carolina for college, played for NC State, played for Wisconsin, played for Seattle, now in Denver, Mr. Russell Wilson. Why that man can't get no love from the people?
Man, it's hard when you're a gentleman. You're a ladies' man. You're a well-rounded athlete.
Mm-hmm.
God, is a man of so much, man.
So much.
But to be compared to somebody like Future, Amari Stoudemire, who else was it? 50 Cent, Bow Wow. I mean, you're a total polar opposite, compared to them. So I think he doesn't get as much credit.
Bow Wow get more credit than him?
Bow Wow gets more credit than him. I mean, Lil Bow Wow.
Right.
Not current Bow Wow, but Lil Bow Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But,
with the braids.
With the braids, man. Shoot. But he doesn't get as much credit because he's the polar opposite. He's not really what Sierra would, I guess, conform to in our eyes.
Because somebody said on Facebook, put any other cornball, not Russell Wilson, there. She don't let that shot be taken by that guy.
Oh, no.
She blocks it every time.
No, he has one of the best contracts in the league right now. One of the best records right now for a quarterback, a black quarterback at that.
Right.
Gosh, I mean, he was a franchise player until he moved this past year.
True, Seattle.
You basically locked in with money.
More money than Future.
More money than Future.
But you got a guy that took your son in.
That's true.
And think about it. Like, I have a daughter. I know you still going for more. So say if you had a daughter. Right. Are you picking Future? Or are you picking Russell? And who are you training your daughter to pick? And if she brings home Future, what are you saying to her?
Man, shoot. I'm picking my own kid, man. I'm going to be there no matter what. I'm going to suck it out. I'll turn to a cornball for that for my daughter, man.
Right.
But, I would rather pick somebody like Russell. I mean, not to knock Future down, because what he can bring to the table.
Right.
But the way you present it, I mean, it's not offered in the right way I want it, man. So I definitely pick Russell, man.
80 day, all day.
Yeah, all day.
But why do the good guy always finish last? Like, why can't good guys, like, think about it. My cousins called me earlier, and I was telling them, getting ready for the show, what we was going to talk about. He was like, well, think about it. The jerk, the thug, the failure in school always had the girl. The one who fight all the time. Always had the girl. The guy who made straight A's, drove a BMW, Mercedes, had a little bit of money. He corny because he got cargo pants on and boat shoes, basically. You know what I'm saying? You never went for that guy, but we always going for the guy with the Jordans on. Right. Somebody put a suit on, they got to be gay all of a sudden. Right. So why would that, you want somebody who can take care of you, because this is the thing that makes me mad with young women. Don't come to me 2 years later when you pregnant and he leave you.
Right. Exactly.
Don't come to me when he done punched you in your face.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh my God, I could have been with the good guy. Nah.
You should have saw warning signs.
Because they there. Oh, they there.
They're there.
Because he done cheated on you with your best friend, you go to him.
Right.
Like, I don't get it. Like, why? And I guess we got to bring on a female, too, to go into this conversation with us. But why choose that guy? What is it about that guy that you want?
Well, for one, I think the most obvious thing is just the media. I think what was portrayed to us through television, music, commercials, just in our neighborhoods, from what they seen. That's what's portrayed to us. So I mean, you can't fight a culture that's being pushed with an agenda
all the time
that is stronger than our own values and morals. And two, women love toxic situations.
True.
Man. It's a thrill of it.
True.
They usually come out of it, and some are, not usually into it, but some to many, they love that, man. From 18 to 25, they love the toxic, the drama, the sensation of it, the feeling of it. I've been there to have something to live by when they get into those, I'm a housewife now. You know what I mean? I didn't live that life.
So you got something to pull from.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So yeah, they love that toxic environment, man. They thrive in it.
I know one thing. A, if you that future type dude, stay away from my daughter because I got these things for you.
Exactly.
And two, like, hey, don't come crying to me. I'm the best friend to a lot of people. Don't come crying to me talking about he beat me because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
and I don't feel bad for you. And I hate when people always say, well, you can't tell that woman how she supposed to love and when she supposed to pull out of it. Less than 2 black eyes and a busted lip. Somebody got to be smart.
Yeah,
you being cheated on, get chlamydia, getting other sexually transmitted disease. I need you to be smart.
Yeah.
Especially, you go sit with your homegirl and say, all I want, Demetrious, is somebody to love me. But you got this cornball over here who's waiting to love you. He's waiting to love you the way you should be loved.
Exactly.
But instead of going with him, you want to go the opposite.
Exactly.
Well, enough on Russell Wilson. Let's move on to my guy, Mr. Slapper himself. Mr. Talk About My Wife. Keep her name out your mouth. Give me some. Was Will Smith right?
It depends, man. If she told him to do it, he was right. I think that's one of the things you go back behind the stage and say, look, dog, I'm finna smack you. Tell you why. Smack him.
Slap.
You know what I mean? And go about your business. I don't think you do that on live television. To get banned for 10 years. But, I mean, honestly, he's right to slap that man or to get his lick back in the sense of you disrespected my wife. But now we know everything behind it.
Should never did it. Why do Jada keep killing him? All right, this is my question right here. There's Mrs. Gray, right?
Yes.
Now, I know Mrs. Gray. I know Mrs. Gray wouldn't do this to you.
No.
But if Mrs. Gray kept saying, I ain't want to get married no ways. I don't know why he slept. I protect myself. How they make you feel? How would they make you feel? I'm trying to figure out what do Will Smith feel right now.
First of all, she's from New York, so it wouldn't be me coming up there in my 10 boot slapping. You would have been hurt. So, man, I would have been hurt, man. What? I've been hurt. I mean, wasting my time of years and years and things that I invested. Even having a child. And for his sake, children. What? You don't want to get married? I mean, maybe a situation where Will kind of like force the issue. But at the end of the day, you signed a paper to say yes to that man.
You signed that contract.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, don't come out now saying all this.
Right.
You should say years ago. I mean, you can bring up Tupac, but you can't bring up that.
Right. Well, this is the thing with the whole Jada and Will that kind of just throw me off. And you said something to me earlier today about it, too. If you didn't want to get married, like you said, don't sign the contract.
Right. Exactly.
But you made us take a guy that's been clean for 30 years in the industry, that's been clean, about 30 years, to where now we look at him different. Like the way he raised his kids, the Scientology stuff, I'm going to let my kids be their own person. I'm not going to guide them. I'm going to let them make their own decisions. And we scratching our head like, Will, what you doing? And then you said something earlier about his daughter. What were you telling me about his daughter?
Oh, about the letter to Tupac from his daughter. And it was about basically, hey, mommy was telling me about you, and she loves you to death, and pretty much I wish you would come back so me, you, and mommy can be happy. But me, you, and mommy, You never met Tupac. Like,
Right.
What you mean? Like, if I read that letter, I'd probably been like, look, we gotta have a conversation
Listen,
right now.
Listen, I'm about to divorce you. Like how they say kids be divorcing their parents. I'm about to divorce you as my child on that one. You
I
gotta
take
go.
Jaden and my oldest, and we out.
We out.
We out.
Because Jada, I don't know. It just seemed like when you look at Jada, you look at Willow, and I guess they call it a Gammy, a Grammy, or however you say her mom's name, what they call her, whatever. Something about that triangle of three people are very weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. Because even when they on the red circle round table thing with you, they have some crazy conversations about life. And the part about celebrities that I hate, people take their word for gospel, and it's like, bro, don't try that mess. Yeah. They can do that because they got money. Yeah. Don't do that in your regular life. Yeah, because that circle's different. That circle rides totally different than what we got going on over here. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It should be you take bits and pieces from them. No, they adopt their whole lifestyle.
A whole new agenda.
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Because how do you not show your kids the way when they don't even know themselves? So you've been here with the wisdom. That's why God implanted wisdom in you to give to them. And you're going to say, I'm going to hold my wisdom.
Right.
No wisdom for you.
Right.
You figure it out. Like, what?
Nah, that's crazy. It's like when your parents just let you out on the street. But you got to stay between this block and this block. You got to stay in this cul-de-sac. It's a whole world out there. And he let him out to the whole world. Too early. So, too early. And he can't be afraid or now kind of regretting what he got back because you let him out the cul-de-sac too early.
But it came because his wife wore the pants and not him.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, how you let the woman, how you let her influence you?
Right.
I'm like, you supposed to be the leader of this situation. I'm not, listen, I know we in 2022, men and women supposed to be equal, get all that. But depending on how you believe, what pick and order things of how life is.
It's a happy medium.
Is that, and a man normally is the leader.
Right.
Normally. Things normally happen right when that happens. But I mean, however you want to live your life, do your thing. But I'm just saying, normally that's what happens.
That's what happens. I think honestly, but you're on one front. You're a unit. So why are you speaking differently than I'm speaking?
Right.
You know what I mean? If I smack this man, you should say my husband did the right thing. He defended my honor. That's it.
Close case.
That's it.
But it's like he's trying to stay relevant with the controversy of I'm gonna go opposite what he says.
Right.
Because I don't know why Jada tripping anyways. Because let's be honest here. Let's name the movie she was in. Was it Jason Lyrics? Set It Off. Girls Trip.
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Madagascar.
Madagascar for the kids.
For the kids. She did the Saw.
Did the latest one with Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. And she did Chris Rock and her did Madagascar together too.
And she was in the presidential joint. London Angel Has Fallen. She was in that's what, 7?
I mean
that's 7. That's 7 like I kinda just know off the top.
Yeah, off the top. That were noticeable movies.
And then she was in the TV show with the Bill Cosby spin-off TV show, Different World.
Right.
So she was in that. So that's what, 8. I'm right.
That's 8. But that doesn't amount to what Will has done.
Bad Boy 1, 2, and 3 just by itself. Fresh Prince by itself.
Gemini.
Gemini. I Am Legend. I Robot. I mean, it can go on.
We go back.
Hitch. I mean, we just keep going. Right. Wild Wild West. I don't care what you think about Wild Wild West, but
Moses Jones.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he was a bunch.
Was it 7 or whatever it's called?
Yeah, 7. And what's the other movie? He Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah. Serena and Venus Williams. That thing that he just made. I forget the name of it. What else?
She was a plethora.
Right. It's so many.
He turned down Django.
Right. Men in Black 1, 2.
Yeah,
he turned down Django.
Yeah, he turned down Django.
I think Jamie was best, but
he did.
He turns down a lot of jobs. Though.
Yeah.
But it's like, Jada, you're not even relevant compared to your husband. So why would you not have his back? Like, why would you put him in a situation now where they talking about banning this guy? And I love what Kodak Black said. You don't deserve Will Smith, Jada.
Not at all.
You don't deserve Will.
Not at all.
Get you a Kodak. Let him treat you like mud.
Yeah, he said, pop that thing one more time, let it go.
Get her out of here.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess August still got her mind wrapped around something.
Man, August is something, man.
She ain't been right since the information came out.
I mean, she probably went right before that, but true. She said she was helping that man out.
That man was helping you out.
Yeah, that man was helping you out. I understand. And I think maybe before, things like this happened before, but now it's more in the public, especially with now her having a show having the round table that she does. I think now she's like, I'm tired of being in Will's shadow, but you were, in our eyes, you were never in Will's shadow. You stood right beside him. You could have been on top of Mount Olympus.
Y'all were the Hollywood couple that everybody spoke of.
Exactly. J. Cole says y'all name of the song. Now he won't say the name of the festival. Pause. Or y'all can say it. And that's it.
I ain't J. Cole.
Yeah.
Giving up on him. Plus, Will got the new show Bel Air anyways. I think he's producing with. So hey, I don't know, man. I just feel like he should make a decision. I don't know why he went to rehab. Now, my wife said because he wanted to get away from everybody and clear his mind. But that's about the only reason why he went. Because somebody saying that you slapped Chris Rock was wrong. If you marry, I don't care what Jada said. And everybody said, well, he laughed at the joke. Sometimes when you marry with your spouse or whatever, somebody can say something. It could be funny, but it's uncomfortable. It's when I'm gonna slap you, boy. You're trying to control what you're feeling right now. And then when he glanced over there, it's like, I confirmed what he was feeling. So, I mean, do you get up in the middle of the Oscars award and all that black magic that was happening and ruin it? I mean, now you got me there, but...
I think, honestly, it comes down to the deciding factor. Was he ignorant of alopecia or was he not ignorant of alopecia?
Mm-hmm.
If he was, I mean, okay, Will was wrong. If he wasn't, hey, that was came to you. So, I mean, honestly.
And from what I heard, too, they stopped hanging in the same circle with Chris. Because of things he said before, like 2016.
Oh, right.
So, I'm just saying that me and you stopped hanging in the same circles. Right. Obviously, we had an issue.
Right.
So, if you said something or I said something, I guess it's on site.
It's on site. Honestly.
So, I guess when he made that joke, he must have forgot. But now, let's be honest, though. Chris Rock ain't innocent either.
Right.
Because even though people say, well, it's comedy, is it? Nah, bro, you got to know the room. You got to know the room. Yeah, you got to know, like, what may happen. Because just because it's comedy, we can't always chuck it up in the name of comedy. Right. Because in the name of comedy, you catch these hands.
Right. Because everybody now got money. Everybody got investments. Everybody's financially stable enough to slap somebody and not really be worried about it. And that's what happened.
You think the lawsuit coming?
No.
I don't think Chris Rock gonna do it. I don't think he'll be that guy.
Nah, because that shows that you're weak. Yeah,
he making money off of it, right?
Yeah, I mean it's smart. I mean honestly, it's the right thing to do. But is it the right thing to do or the weak thing to do? As a black man, just looking at it from that aspect. For black men, nah, I ain't gonna sue you. You know what I mean? It'd be all right. I'm gonna be like, hey, we're gonna have a URL fight battle. You know what I mean? Hosted by somebody.
But I mean, his brother eating off of it right now. The Little Rock brother eating off of it. What's his name? Tony Rock? What's Rock? I don't even know. I can't remember Chris Rock's brother's name. But he eating off of it because in a joke he was telling on stage, he was like, "Will, we looking for you?" Blah 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 blah. So everybody's checking for that. That went viral. Chris got some dates lined up now that he didn't have before. Right. So he's eating. I don't know, man. I guess it is.
But let's take Chris Rock out. Let's add another comedian. Would he have smacked him?
He's smacking Steve Harvey.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. He probably respects Steve, though. It depends on... I'll say this right here. And I was listening to Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club. I think at that moment in time and all the negativity that was coming to Will, I think he was at his boiling point. Oh, because everybody say, well, he said, where that same energy with August I seen her. Not one time was he in a room with August. If he was in the same room with August, I think he jacks him up.
Yeah, honestly. He should have jacked Jada up.
He should have did that.
He should have. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think once he get in the room with him, it's hard to contain yourself when you're in a room with somebody.
Because he's right there. Yeah. Like the issue is right there.
It's right there.
I mean, let's not forget now, granted, money for money, Will was the cornball. Right. He didn't cuss in his raps. His songs was a little different than most. Right. But he's still a kid from West Philly.
Exactly.
He's still a little Willie from West Philly.
Exactly.
Like, that West Philly's still in him. Exactly. Like, you could be removed from your hood all day long. But it's certain things and respect levels that take place that you just ain't gonna come disrespect me. Right. You know, you from VA. Y'all may got some whole different set of rules than down here in Carolina have. Your wife from New York, they got a whole different set of rules of the disrespect game. Putting them paws on you may not be, crazy for them to do if you saying something out the way. So I mean, hey. Yeah. Well,
maturity, man, maturity. That's all that is.
Man, he be 63 when he can come back to the academy, though. Tired of him,
Listen,
63? I mean, you ain't gonna never win another Oscar.
Hey, we still got support.
All day, listen. You drop a movie right now, I'm watching.
It don't matter.
Listen.
As long as you don't touch Dave Chappelle, we all right.
I don't think he did that.
Nah, he ain't
First of all, Dave ain't gonna let you walk up on him.
Nah, first of all.
Dave ain't gonna let you walk up on him. Chris Rock used to getting beat up. So that is part of this norm. But I'm be honest with y'all, man, in the black community, I'm be honest with you, we still gonna watch Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
No matter Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, cinemas, whatever. Bro, R. Kelly come out to a concert today, we probably still gonna go watch R. Kelly.
Exactly.
Like, let R. Kelly got out of jail 2 days, we probably be going to a concert. I don't care what y'all say, I ain't watching him no more. Let him do a concert, I bet you be there.
We still support.
Especially if it's a free concert, I know you'll be there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just gonna support, because we forget. Black people, we forget. You slap me, but we gonna forget.
Right.
We gonna move on from that thing. But, moving on to a sad story, something that happened over the weekend. That was what? Saturday the 9th? 2022. Now, listen, as the story comes out, it get a little crazy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading an article. He got into this situation at 6-something in the morning. Right. I don't know if it was 6:20, 6:30, 6:40. Right. I read it. I just know it was 6-something in the morning. Right. He ran out of gas. So it's 6 o'clock. It's still dark outside. Right. Sun don't come up about 6:56, 7 o'clock. Right. It's dark outside. You out of gas, and you training. My man Dwayne Haskins got hit by a dump truck at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm just trying to figure out, before we get into the Adam Scheftlers of the world, what Lamar Jackson said about the situation. Right. What was you doing on the highway, no gas, at 6-something in the morning?
Well, I heard the story. I don't know how true it is. Mm-hmm. But from you, I think it was on ESPN. Mm-hmm. They said he let's say ran out of gas, almost wrecked his car. Mm-hmm. He was getting out the car and got clipped by the garbage truck on the highway. And when it hit him, it was enough impact to kill him.
Yeah, okay.
So that makes more sense. It does. It makes more sense. But honestly, I mean, why are you out of gas?
You a millionaire. Well, at least 100,000 now.
Hey, listen.
No, your first round pick. You a millionaire.
Why you out of gas? Shouldn't go past half tank, especially if you driving a decent car.
You in a rental car because you play in Pittsburgh. You from Maryland. I hope you flew to Fort Myers or Miami. You flew down to Florida. Right. You had to have a rental car.
Yeah, you had to. Unless you just got cars stashed away in the stash house.
That'd be true.
I mean, but still. I mean, you honestly, if rental car or not, you still at least have a tank in the car. And to be that close that you don't see the garbage truck, either the garbage truck, man, messed up, or you just ain't paying attention.
Your awareness game is off.
Yeah.
Which goes back to what another older gentleman said about his decision-making, college. Hey, listen, I hate when reporters, want to downplay, talk bad about black athletes, especially at time of death. Hey, that's not the place to talk about that. Right. Time of death is not the time to be talking about, well, you know, if Demetrious would have stayed in school, he'd be a better thinker. There's a lot of people go to Ivy League schools. They don't think when they finish. They don't think when they come out early. It's some things that's not really working. So you can't give me if he stayed in school, he'll better, you know, his mental would have been better. I just say, like, he struggled with making great decisions. I mean, I agree with that.
But that comes with time, though.
It does, because he's 24. 24.
Yeah, he would have been 25 this week.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, my brother is the same age as him. And, you know, 1 year younger brother. And my brother's still growing up. So, I mean, for him, them two to be 2 years apart, even being in two different situations, at that age, you're still growing up. Like, I'm not even 30 yet. I'm still growing up. You know what I mean?
I'm in my 30s. I'm still learning things and making decisions.
Yeah, you still growing up. I mean, like strip club situation. It's things you want to do. A little kid told me today. It's always enough time for a first time.
True.
So
that's true.
A little kid know that. Honestly, I mean, hey, you can't fault that man for things he want to do as a kid.
Right.
I mean, especially when you're a kid coming up. With this first time having this lump sum of money and
nobody ever taught him how to do things.
But in a short span of time, you just got married. Your kid is good now. I mean, everything's coming together for you. The Lord took you for this earth. Right. You know what I mean? I guess as an example, maybe.
Right.
But I mean, we'll never know.
You never know.
Never know.
That's the hard part about it. I didn't know he had a child. I just thought he was married. But I didn't like the way they brought up his whole domestic violence situation with his wife either, though. Like, I didn't like that. Don't do that. I don't know if that was Adam Scheffler or somebody else, but not like ESPN and all y'all. Don't do that. Don't bring up the negativity always of a black athlete. We know. I got my little tear coming down my eye because it's just touching to me right now. But we knew Dwayne Haskins had issues. We knew he struggled. He portrayed that in Washington. He was a little bit immature. We get it. But we don't have to have that when he died. Let's talk about how great he was at Ohio State. Let's talk about how he called his shot and said when he was a kid who went to go visit Ohio State, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here one day. Let's talk about how all that happened. How about he was like one of the only kids. I mean, normally when somebody made it to the NFL, you got the only person in your family that really made it. Right. So let's talk about how he brought great attention to his last name, Haskins, and that family by making it somewhere that most kids dream to get to. It's so many more things we could talk about. And I love that Lamar Jackson, my quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, came out and said something to Adam Scheffler, like, dude, like, put him on blast. Because that was whack. That was terrible reporting. Because you could have said a whole lot of things. You could have said the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dwayne Haskins, has passed away this morning. Right. All that lead in, the struggling quarterback that went first round who couldn't pan out. Like, bro, that didn't even call for it. And I get it. That's ratings. That's sales. So you want to be the man that comes out with that, but hey, don't be surprised when we check you though. Right.
I mean, look how many so many quarterbacks have made it to the league. Supposed to be this high like Mariota. Mariota's my dude, but he can't get over that hump. It takes time. Yes. It just takes time, and it's no color on that at all. No. But for the coming that man in a negative light, just know when Ben Roethlisberger died, I remember he was a rapist. That's what I was. Right. That's straight up. I don't care. He's
remember when he raped that person?
Remember that? Okay. Now let's go back to
right.
You know what I mean? Let's go back to this conversation. You know what I mean? So I don't want anybody. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I don't want anybody to talk bad about me, about the negative things I did. You know, unless it's amongst family in a closed environment, no cameras around. Let's talk about this and clear the air. But not on national news, man. You don't talk about that bad in negative life. That looks bad on you. So when you die, you got no skeletons in your closet.
Because I'm bringing them out.
Yeah, we bringing them out, man.
We going to play the T.I. song, Bring Them Out, Bring Them Out. Because we talking about all your negativity. But you know, like, even local media do that. I remember somebody around here in the Charlotte Gastonia area died. He was on a motorcycle. First thing they brought was, he was in prison 10 years ago and did this, that, and third. Bro, but why can't we talk about what he did in his last year? Exactly. Why can't we talk about the positive that he has been doing in the community since he transitioned out of that place? Exactly. Don't go back 20 years. You know, 20 years ago, I mean, nobody care about all that.
Nobody cares about that. So Kanye went broke. Now he big. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean?
Will Smith blew $1 million. Look at him. I mean, besides his marriage. But look what he's doing. There's so many people that do something wrong that flips it out and changes. Let's talk about the change. We can never go nowhere. We're going to always stick to the negative. But like I say, him being down there with his teammates getting better, I mean, I had great hope that he was going to be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right. I give him a round of applause for going down to Florida to train. They went out the night before, from what Claypool said. He said they went out the night before. Well, really, they came home early that morning. I don't know, man. I just wish we can get more clarity to the story. Because if y'all went out, obviously it's Miami area. Right. You stayed out to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Him out there at 6, him not having gas. I'm be honest with you. If I'm in your car, I'm nosing. I'm gonna be over there like, you ain't got no gas.
Yeah, no gas. But I know your pocket's full.
Right. Hey, so you ain't gonna put nothing in?
I mean, shout out to him, man, and shout out to the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
Mike Tomlin, yes, man.
He's a VA boy like me, and he knows how to get them boys right. Yeah, you know what I mean. He has a consistent program. You may not see all the Super Bowl rings from it, but the men that have crossed his path, man, they become better men when they leave him. You know what I mean? I mean, the work speaks for itself, man. I mean, I think he was in good hands, honestly. He was in good hands.
Because I mean, him going to Washington. First of all, John Gruden, we find out, is a crook and not a good coach. So his little brother Jay Gruden definitely wasn't the right coach for him. No. Well, Drake, first of all, listen, Washington Redskins, Washington Commanders, Washington Commandos, Washington Commodores, whatever you want to call them. And if you go there, it's a little shaky. A little shaky. I mean, yeah, you got Ron Rivera, who's a good stand-up guy, but you can't always overcome shaky ownership. Shaky ownership sometimes can be a devastating thing.
They curse, man.
Yeah.
They got an RG3 curse.
Yeah.
After that whole situation, that whole organization is cursed, man. Y'all put that man on the line, and he went out there willingly trying to reach his dreams. And look at him now.
Because then Alex Smith get hurt with him as well. I think Alex Smith hurt. Yeah, he tore his leg up.
Everybody.
Cousins left y'all.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins and Haskins didn't work out. I don't know who they got. I mean, I don't know who they got now. It's terrible. I'm glad Cam Newton didn't go there.
Yeah, I'm excited that he did.
Yeah, I'm glad he did go.
So
man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, rest in peace to him, man. It's just a bad situation. Another man in this world, no matter the color, you know, it just left his son, daughter, and his wife here. You know what I mean? So it's hard, man. It's hard.
Bless up to the Haskins family, man. Yeah, hopefully people put their arms around them. Hopefully financially things worked out. They honor. Hopefully the Pittsburgh Steelers honor his contract and let them have that and honor him this year. It's tough. On the podcast yesterday, man, make sure when you're not watching Grandosiá TV, check me out on the Joint Airs podcast. It's on Facebook. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. Everywhere streaming podcasts, you can find it on there. But we talked about here recently how celebrities and athletes and all entertainers is leaving. Like Kobe left. And it's not that they just left and died. It's the way they've been leaving.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Man, Kobe was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
That was just wild to me.
Wow.
So it hurts, man. It hurts seeing these people go out like this. So it's like, man, you got to take every moment for what it is and be grateful you got it, because you just never know.
Never know when that last time will come.
Never know, man. Never know. So, hey, listen, this is a lesson. Just whatever you're doing, do it to your fullest, because you never know when you get another chance, man. Like we tell them boys, we never know when we're going to be in bed, we're going to step out on this mat, this field, this court. We never know. So leave it all there, man. Leave it all there.
Because you can walk down the street, it can be a police, well, I mean, if you're black, I hate to say it this way, it can be one red light stop, and it may be over for you. And then if you any other nationality, I mean, you can just walk down the street and get hit by a car, anything. Stray bullet. I mean, so every day you gotta live to the fullest. Every day, like we say, like Demetrious said, man, you gotta be living to the fullest. Just love life.
Yeah, man. Make sure everything's right with you, man. Make sure you say it all you need to say and how you want to say it, man.
Yeah,
With everybody, man. Don't be scared to say it, man.
Like if you actually love somebody, it's my brother. I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
I love you, man. It's my brother right here.
You, man.
So if you got somebody that you love, hey, let's show it. If you got any grudges, it's so sad. I was at a funeral the other day, and this dude was talking about on his birthday how he talked to his mama then like 3 weeks or 6 months or whatever. Well, he's in the funeral now. Right. And he like, man, don't hold no grudges. Like, first of all, bro, you don't hold no grudges with your mama. That's what started. But they're but like he said, don't hold a grudge because you never know. He had to say that at her funeral. He played the message and everything. Like, the message was played. Hey, I love you. Happy birthday. And he felt bad because he didn't pick up the phone. That's the last time she going to tell him happy birthday. Now, granted, he got it recorded. Right. And that's cool because you can always hear it on your birthday every year. But you held a grudge for what reason? Nothing.
Nothing at all, man. Yeah, just say what you got to say, man. And listen, family going to be family. I mean, y'all can fuss, fight, shoot. I feel like being on my brother the other day. And he about 350, you know what I mean? But listen, I put a pause. I got mind control over Debo.
Hey, when he leave.
But yeah, man, you gotta say, man, and make sure you are looking out for your family, man. Always. And those who you call your family, that's not really yours, man. Yeah. So yeah, definitely gotta look out.
Well, it's been real. It's been fun.
It's been fun, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, anytime, definitely gotta do it again. Anytime something jump off, bring you on here.
Hey, man, 757, man. We in the building. You know what I mean?
So, if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Grandosiá Nation, hit the subscribe button, press the like button, hit the notification bell, so when we go live, you get all the up-to-date videos. And with that being said, we out.